Well, hello everyone and welcome back. So here's my second part of this video on Blacklight Retribution. Today I'm just going to be going through the tutorials, and in a later cut of the video I'm going to be going through multiplayer. This is probably my third trying to take this video at the moment. I've been having a few technical problems on my end, trying to get used to fraps and, well, trying to get it to work out properly. It keeps cutting off at some points. I don't know why. I've got the full version as well, which is weird enough. It's been to me it's been a few days since I recorded the last video, but to you it'll only seem like a couple of hours, but to me it's been about 4 or 5 days with work and that getting in the way. So yeah, let's get straight into the video. Ooh, actually on one thought first. A few things. One thing I mentioned about permanent items in the game, it's not actually... can't only get them with just Zen. I think I mentioned it in the previous video, part way through after I said it, but you can actually also buy... Ooh, am I going the right bit? No. You can actually also buy permanent items with just GP basically. So if I go into Summit, just quickly say I want to buy that permanently, purchase. You can buy it permanently with GP, it just is really expensive, so you've got to grind out that. Another one is about my weapon. When I mentioned it before, is it that one? No, that one. I basically said you get this weapon, but it's not just this weapon. You also get a few other bits and pieces. So you get this pistol. You also get, as far as I'm aware, you also get a few different other bits of equipment, some armour and some different grenades. But yeah, you don't just get the primary weapon this, you also get a few other weapons, so I'm going to apologise for that now. I'm going to also put some words on the previous video to mention that, but obviously this one's just to clear that up in form. But yeah, so apart from that, well, let's just get straight into the training, shall we?
Welcome to the Blacklight training for our hostile agents.
Thank you.
Let's get your suit calibrated properly.
Really? Mm-hmm.
Use your mouse to look around the training facility.
Like normal.
You can invert your mouse movement in the settings menu under control.
No.
To leave this room, you will have to hack the wall panel.
Obviously this in front of you.
Walk up to the panel and interact to begin hacking.
Press an E.
Move left and right to match the adder number with the centered one.
Right, so obviously move A. Oh, damn, I ran out of time. Obviously you do have a set time on this, so if you take too long trying to do it, obviously I don't know how people will need 10 seconds or whatnot, don't quote me on how long, but it'll go all the way around that circle on the outline, and yeah, do that, come up with the same, basically you failed. Also you'll fail if you enter the wrong number, so say it's 16 there, but I go, ooh, 23, instant fail again. But yeah, you'll see panels like this all around multiplayer worlds. Some do different things, so like this one will open this door, but in other ones like Domination, you'll need to hack the object to capture it. So yeah, so just be aware of that. So let's get through this door and continue on, shall we? Here we go. Like I said, this is getting quite repetitive. Third try.
Now let us begin. The most important part of combat is knowing how to use your weapon. Pressing proceed into the gun range to continue your toward a more accurate shot. Press the right mouse button to aim down the sight of your gun. You can change this to hold action in the settings menu under control.
Which I prefer, to be honest.
Always reload the weapon after use by pressing R.
Yep.
Using the F key will perform a melee attack. This can be useful during desperate situations. You can access your primary and secondary weapons with the 1 and 2 key. Your other items can be accessed with the keys 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now for the fun part. The helmet you are wearing is equipped with a Hyper-Reality Visor, or HRV.
Default
This will allow
V
you to
button.
see all of the key parts of the battlefield. Press V to turn on HRV mode. This is useful for coordinating attacks with your teammates and locating hidden enemies. The grenade is a soldier's best friend. A properly thrown grenade can be the turning point of an engagement. Press 3 to deploy the grenade and left mouse button to throw it. There are an array of other weapons for you to try out at the range. You will soon be able to create your own custom weapons to fit your preferences. When you are finished, proceed toward the kill house. The kill house is a simulation of the reaction time needed on a real battlefield. Targets will appear very quickly and in a variety of places. Move through the course as quickly as possible, while still maintaining your accuracy with your weapon.
I hated scripted voice. So hard to make a commentate when you've got that lady popping up going, oh, yeah, this is what you need to do. Yes, let me do the explaining. But yeah, you've got your main, your primary weapon, so obviously this is your primary weapon, you've got your secondary weapon, and you would have seen me chucking a few grenades, and different ones. Like this is a toxic grenade, which I got with my Steam. Okay, so obviously, throw a toxic grenade, but anybody in there, even if it's me, will start to get toxified and lose health, and then die if they're still enough to stand in there. One thing about when it says to reload after every time, if you're still trying to kill an enemy and you run out of bullets, don't try reloading, switch to your pistol and shoot him. It's a lot more efficient and you probably won't die in the process, because you're still putting bullets down the stream, you know, down the lane, and not dying. Another thing about the HRV, it will also show up, if you look quickly, depots, which are them over there, which we'll get to in later in training, and also it will show up these panels, which is quite handy if you want to know what you can interact with. Another one is with enemies. You can actually see enemies. It's like a legit wall hacking game. So if I had an enemy over here, let's say, he'd show up in red as the default enemy in this game, and you'll be able to highlight on him with your cursor, and they'll give you a detailed description of, you know, not too much, just like his health and all that. So you get to know who's the weakest, and you get to who to pick out. So yeah, there's that, which is quite cool. The downside is when you're using your HRV, you cannot fire your weapon or use any weapons at all. So say I have a pistol and I go, ooh, I know an enemy somewhere around here, and I use it, I can't do anything until I turn it off, and then pull it out and shoot him. So within that time, the enemy could come around the corner and kill me while I'm in the most vulnerable position, which would suck, to be honest, but hey, that's about right. So let's get through this next bit, which is the kill course. This will just be me shooting a few targets to get through it quickly as it be. I might miss a few, but hey, we'll see. Here we go.
Simply use spacebar to jump over obstacles in the world.
Well, that's no surprise.
Press the control key to crouch under objects. This can be changed from the toggle under settings.
Really? No surprise there, all still the same. Climb up the ladder, let's walk up to it. There's one. Really missed him. Gonna get my pistol.
Sometimes you will need to make a quick escape from a bad situation. Hold shift to sprint for a short period of time. Not bad, Agent. You may proceed through the door into the hangar to learn about the weapon depot.
And this is the next part. Oh, hey, here we go. But yeah, that was me showing off a bit of my skill. Not. Here we go.
You will find weapon depots scattered throughout the battlefield. Here, you will have access to special weapons that are purchased using combat points. Approach the weapon depot and press E to access it.
Yep, so this one's the weapon depot, and
if you have earned enough CP, you can purchase the hard suit from the weapon depot. This mechanized tank is a game changer. With a good pilot, one of these beasts will be able to take on a full squad of enemies. Be aware of your surroundings on the battlefield. A clear line of entry is needed for the hard suit to be airdropped to your location. Aim the hard suit target around the ground and hold the trigger until the position is locked in. Hard suits are equipped with a minigun and a railgun for extreme stopping power. Other special weapons are available through the weapon depots. Special weapons are pivotal in a successful engagement. That concludes the Blacklight training program. The training rooms are all unlocked if you would like to keep practicing. When you are ready for the real thing, exit the hangar to be deployed. See you on the battlefield, Agent.
Oh, there we go. About time. Jeez, finally she's quiet. So yeah, well, let's start with the depot. I can go into more detail than that than she will. Basically, this depot is fully customizable, so you can select. Basically what it is in the main menu you can purchase different special weapons and customize it the way you want. So this is, at the moment, this is just standard basic. There's nothing different. This is what you get with basically when you start the game. So yeah, you get to choose different things. So if you run out of ammo or you're running low on health, you can put yourself up, because in this game the health does not regen. Yeah, well actually no, it does regen, but only to halfway I think, and then the rest you will not regain back, so you'll still be more or less vulnerable than someone else with full health. The hard suit, which I deployed, requires open sky, so you need to be in an open place for it to be deployed, which, you know, also was said. And also takes a while, so if I go back, let's say Tech 1, I want to get another hard suit, right? And then I want to plonk it down. You'll notice it'll come up with hologram, and it'll also take a few times in the just next to the gun. You'll notice it'll go, oh, I need so many seconds, so you're gonna wait, and also you're gonna wait for it to come down. And also the sound, everyone will know in the game, if they've got the sound like headphones, someone will know a hard suit's just dropped in. One thing to note about the hard suit is its weakness is also in here, which is the armor stinger. This will damage the hard suit, so this is like a counter to it. It costs quite cheap as well, you know, it costs less than the hard suit, so it's quite a cheap alternative just to take that out. It's got a lot of armor though, this hard suit, so if I jump in, there we go. It's got 1500 armor to start with. It's got two weapons, a hard suit minigun and a hard suit railgun. Minigun's quite good just to spraying down a load of enemies, so you just go, yeah. And then the hard suit's railgun is just to, say, you just blast someone and kill them with it. It's quite good if you were just on a corner and you want to take them out, so you go, boom, kill them. You also, the hard suit's quite, not manoeuvrable. You can turn all the way around, but it's not as manoeuvrable as someone who's on foot. So you can be flanked quite easy. You can boost, like sprint, but you can't do it forever. You can only do it in one direction. So if I hold this way, I'll sprint it forward, but then I'll stop. And then you've got a certain amount of time to recover, like 2 seconds, before you can move your suit, which is like a vulnerable, you know, a negative effect for you using that boost. So someone could sneak around you and kill you, basically. Another one to note is you can't jump, you can't crouch. I'm hitting the keys and they're not working. And you cannot use your HRV in the suit. As much as it pops up in the bottom right there saying V, you can't use it. It just won't let you use it. I guess that's another negative attribute for using this, is you have to rely on line of sight. You've got to rely on looking around and seeing people yourself. And also your team. If you're in a team speak with some friends and that, they can tell you where people are, or there's someone just around that corner in front of you or whatnot. But yeah, what else do I need to cover? Oh yeah, jump out of the hard suit for this. So if I look, say I want to look at this hard suit, and you see this, I think it's random actually. Yeah, each hard suit has a weak point, so it seems to be different every time. So this one has its left engine, and this one has its right gun. So if you hit the hard suit with your primary weapon in this place, you'll do extra damage. So we'll do that. So it's that arm. So if I hit it, you'll see it sparks blue. So that means you're hitting a critical point. But if I hit anywhere else, you know, you won't do any extra damage. So I guess the idea is if you see a hard suit and you want to find a weak point, you scan, look for it, you found it, and then you shoot it. A lot of damage as well if you hit that critical point. There's a lot of jumping. So you took about 4,000 points off damage, so that's quite good, that. Obviously the one on this one's his left one, so it's different every time, so it's not always the same weak point on the suit. So let's try the Stinger out. Which button were it for the Stinger? This one. Here we go. So I'm gonna aim at this one, just to see what it does. So here we go. Aim. So you know you hadn't destroyed it in one hit. It'll take 2 hits, I think, or so. But you've just lost 10,000 down, armor. So you've lost quite a bit. So if I hit it again, I think can I actually hit it again? Well, that was a bit of a bug. Went straight through it. Let me get another one. But yeah, it could probably survive 1 or 2 hits, depending on where you hit it, and then it'll basically be blown up. And boom. So yeah, and with the CP points, it's not actually equivalent to GP points, they're 2 separate ones. CP points, I think, is combat points, what you earn where you actually play in-game, and your GP points is what you earn afterwards for actions you've done in-game. So don't get them too confused. CP is what you spend on stuff like this in-game, and GP is what you just spend on weapons and stuff outside game. So yeah, just want to clear that up as well. But there, I think that's me done enough nattering for now. I think I'm going to end. So yeah, so that's just a little overview. I'm going to cut the video out when I exit this area. But I will be back, just cutting it back in, so it'll be just like a slight cut between 2 videos, between this training and multiplayer, so we'll get straight into the best stuff. You're probably got bored by now, I'm just probably falling asleep, so I'll end this one, and I'll be back. Hey, so here we go. There we go. Oh, one thing, this is what it pops up at the end of every multiplayer mission as well, so it'll pop up with the first top 3 players, whoever wins. So obviously I'm the only ones, it's me there. But yeah, this gives you a detailed description of kills and all that, and score. It's ranked in score, not kills. So someone who has higher score will be better off than you in that leader. But yeah, so I'm going to cut off now, and I'll be back when I do some multiplayer. So I'll be right back in, well, for you, 2 seconds. Goodbye.